Uh, Greetings to you, my fellow Kenyans, brothers and sisters from across the divide of the motherland, our beautiful land, Kenya. My name is John C.W. and welcome to all the media and all those of you that labor to see that information gets to the people in the right way. I welcome you here to my little office, ready to engage with each and every one of you on matters affecting our nation and how we can be able to take our nation forward. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Okay, Pastor, how are you?
I'm very well.
My name is Maluki.
Yes, Maluki.
Last year we saw that you went to IEBC and you had an idea of blockchain technology for the elections.
Yes.
So did they accept or take in the project, or what was the outcome of the meeting?
Well, thank you very much for doing your homework. So we have, I've been laboring a lot. You see, I didn't just come. I've seen a few people, not many, just a few people. But you see, the fact that they're Kenyans, we cannot neglect, whether they abuse me or what, we cannot neglect to try and reason with them and bring sense rather than me also, throwing my hand. No. If every Kenyan has a right to think what they think. My request is that even as we are thinking, let's not think along tribal lines or anything of that nature. Let's be very factual. Having said that, I've been laboring a lot. I didn't just come from nowhere. And last year is part of the years whereby we have been thinking about a system that can be able to siphon and protect the integrity of the voter. In Article 81 and Article 83 of the Constitution, I'm really, I take a lot of time to study the Constitution of Kenya. It gives room for technology to be used to build a report that can be able to help gear towards the election period. So 2024, I came up with a team in charge, very powerful team, if not the best, one of the best. A team that can be able to, we have done a lot with them. Maybe you can close the window completely. Yeah. So a team that did a lot of work, and we came up with this system. I have a program called State of the Nation. I did not go looking for anyone. I don't go looking for people. I just do my little things in the village. Apparently, someone from the different people, Canadian High Commission, and will show the pictures. Maybe as you are doing that, you can edit and show how it really went. Reached out, and then before we knew, we were seated, with the chairman of IEBC, Erastus, all the commissioners. You can imagine them. We were called in a meeting in one of the hotels, and we sat down and we recorded the meeting so that the quality of what we discussed about will not be shaky. And long story short, we presented a system. 2022's election, in order for one voter to vote, the government spent approximately 2,000 Kenya shillings. We came up with a system, and I would like you to ask me how much we will be spending on that system. You ask me.
How much?
36 Kenya shillings.
Oh, that's more than 50% of.
It's not more than 2,000 to 36 votes.
It's higher than that.
Is that even 1%? Would have needed literally the least amount of money to be able to do those kind of things. Part of the things we are doing. Second of all, with the system, is that we built it on blockchain. Now, again, Kenyans, there is, and when I say this, some people, because we like being pampered. Sometimes people don't like just to listen to the raw truth as it is. The mind is before the mouth. Is it true? Which one comes before? The brain or the mouth? Which one is higher? After the hair, which one is higher? Is the brain. It means we are called to first think before we speak. You're supposed to think, see what you have thought, hear what you have thought, smell its aroma, you get, and then you speak. I'm requesting believers, or rather Kenyans at large. I know I'm in the jungle and not everyone is a Christian, and I understand. We didn't come here to be pampered, I know. It is very important for you to take time, because even now some people will still go to the comment section. They won't take time to listen. It's the problem we have of young people. But thank God we are changing. We built this system purely on blockchain. And it was not, 99% chance could not be hacked. If you go and study how blockchain began, 2008, 2009, you'll be able to understand that what is hacked is the wallet that is on top of the blockchain. Does that make sense to you? Otherwise, people would have lost bitcoins. If you have built it on the wallet itself, that wallet is now stored up on that blockchain platform. It's hosted there. So we built it on a very strong platform. And we secured the voter turnout, number one. That means your vote cannot be hacked. Number two, I've spoken about 36 shillings all the way from 2000. Number three, you can imagine how many people in the diaspora, how many votes will increase. Because let's assume America is approximately like Africa. Well, I know again, it depends. Let's just say from what we see on the map. Let's not argue about that. However you see it is okay. So you can imagine the polling station is in Kenya and you live in South Africa, for example. Would you really travel from South Africa to come and vote in Kenya? So what does that mean with our system? It is, you can be able to use your phone, just like M-Pesa and things like that. You can be able to use your phone from anywhere and you can be able to vote. Someone is asking, oh, what about internet? Let me not even go there so that we don't give a lot of information to bad people that don't want good governance. But let me tell you, Safaricom is not the only way to bring internet to the nation and this big telecom and whatever. Please sit down with many IT people. They will give you more information about how we can be able to hack it. We built all that system. We knew that the voter turnout abroad would be much because it would be easier to vote. The fifth thing or the fourth thing, can you imagine you voting and then having, because we built it on an open source, you are able to see your vote. Like you can literally, you see the way you are able to see how much money, if you go to your M-Pesa, you can check your bank balance. You are able to see that this is me, I voted. Now, let's say for example, we have a certain ward and probably 35,000 votes are coming from that ward. You will not be able to know exactly who among them, was my vote counted. But you as a person, you can be able to see, I voted and my vote counted here. This is my name and stuff like that. How better, why wouldn't it get, how can it get any better than that? That you can be able to check and officiate that I voted. The public cannot necessarily see you because of course we did the voter protection, but they will see 35,000 votes came. Fifth thing, I want you to listen to all those advantages. Fifth thing, and again I repeat, we are not here to agree. We are here to do what is right. Yes. As human beings, we might never agree on everything. We come from different backgrounds, different religions, but sometimes it is wisdom to put these backgrounds on the side and just look at what is factual. I'm not trying to tell people to agree with me. All I'm saying is, can we be able to build towards a better nation? Fifth thing, you can imagine with our system, I hope you've seen the points that I've spoken about, and maybe it has been a long question because I need to explain it. I'll try my best to shorten it. So the fifth thing about this platform, you can imagine that you have voter turnout increasing, voter security, you get. The fifth thing, how long does it take you to know who's the president or who's the governor or who's what? It takes up in Kenya approximately 3 days or so, right? If you set this system, for example, because it has a timer, elections begin 6 a.m. It has a national timer. Everyone in the nation can see it. And then you say the election will end at 6 p.m. As the election ends, all the results are out. It's not even a millisecond. As the election ends, you already know who's the winner. So it kills all that, that sense of people, the anticipation, so much fights in the nation. Can you imagine that? Sixth thing, imagine how many people will not be able to fight because now votes have not been stopped. So you can imagine how many lives we can save. Brothers and sisters, forget your tribe. Can I ask a question? You that is asking me these questions, all of you. Did you choose to be born where you were born? No. You didn't choose it, right? So we cannot fight tribal wars when none of us sent a memo that I want to be born there or I want to be born there. These are the kind of abilities that this technology can be able to do. I know someone is going to the seventh. Which nation has used it? Let me ask you a question. Why is it that Africa has that mentality that the West have to do something in order for Africa to do it? Who said it? The things that the leader of Burkina Faso is doing, who is he learning it from? Because I've studied the nation, the history of the nation. There used to be a leader before him whose name was Mr. Sankara, right? He tried the best he could, but unfortunately, they took him out. Where is he learning from? There will always be a first person to do something. Let me remind Kenyans something. Do you know the biggest money exchange in the world is which one? The biggest mobile platform globally is which one?
M-Pesa.
Is M-Pesa. Who did we learn from?
No one.
M-Pesa is the biggest mobile money transfer globally.
Yes.
It's in billions and billions of shillings. Who did we learn from? Imagine if we were waiting for US to do it. We have beat America in terms of mobile transfer. We have beat China. We have beat because of the ability to do what we are doing without necessarily waiting for everyone. We don't need to wait for people. And please, black skin doesn't mean a black brain. The fact that my skin is black does not mean my brain is black also. If you cut the brain of a white person and cut the brain of a black person, the color is the same inside. It's just that this thing in school is called melanin. It's just a difference of colors, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a white person is more knowledgeable. That's not true. We built this system, presented it to the IEBC. IEBC took the system. Now they were supposed to, of course, you know, they have to take it to Parliament for vetting and stuff. So we were waiting for Parliament to call us so that we can review this whole system. There was a by-election in where I had like 600 million was spent to put a member of parliament or whatever it was in power. 600 million. Then you are thinking, how much money is a member of parliament paid? And which is 2 years remaining, right? How much approximately? Give or take, give it even with everything. Let's even overdo it, 1 million. If you do 1 million times 12 is how much? 12 million. Times 2?
24 million.
24 million. Times 3? 36 million. So let's even assume he's in office for 3 years or 2 years. 36 million. Does it make sense as an investor to invest 600 or 500 or even 400 or 300 or 200 or 100 million? How will you get the 36 million? How will a member of parliament not steal?
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Because he spent money. He will not think about you first. He will think about return on investment. So why would you invest whatever amount of money that was invested? If you took that 600 million and gone to that same area and built a factory, how many people could you have employed? What does that area produce? Let's say it's avocados. Build an avocado processing plant that can be able to, press oil. I hope you know avocado oil is doing a lot. Cosmetic industry, they use avocado to process their whatever they need for the cosmetic field. Imagine the things we could have done. I told them, when you are doing that by-election, allow our system to concurrently run with your system. Allow it. They couldn't. They wanted the whole time to pass so that we will. I saw some people trying to speak about it, but they could have reached out so that would have given them a better point of view. But I was afraid that sometimes when people do some things, that same day when we left there, after presenting it to the chair, that same day, 5 minutes did not pass, we had a call from a political party. Let me not say much. I thought that, we're supposed to come together and work together, only for me to realize that I'm being offered money to say no. Now, the reason is this, and I was telling my brother that brought you, because I didn't know you were coming. You see, me, I don't like PR. If the things actually that I've gone through, if it was PR, you would have seen me shouting. Talk about my car being shot. Just because all my mistake was, I now knew we were going against a cartel. Now let me ask you a question. Mr. Mbadi, Minister of Finance, right? Earlier on had said that we will need approximately 61.7 billion to run our election, right? Yeah. We will not even be needing 10% of that if we use our system. Just imagine how much we can save. Now that it has gone, because I had there's so much other money for security in billions beyond the 61 billion. Why should it be expensive to vote for a leader? Does it even make sense? Why should we pay to vote for you? Why should it be expensive in Kenya to vote for a president, to vote for who? And I had one member of parliament, and I would like to correct them. Even though that is what has happened, I feel like sometimes we make these statements to stop the right people from thinking about power. I had a member of parliament of Langata, Jalango, Mr. Jalango, saying, which might be true, but to his point of view. But you see, when you are dealing with what do you call it? When you are dealing with an interview, you have to broaden the perspective. You don't just state a point and leave it there, because then that point becomes the whole truth. truth to specific people that will never take time to go and study to show, to understand things. He said that to be a member of parliament, due to be a president, this is the amount of money you need. I don't have a problem, it might be true. But the question I'm asking, why should it be expensive to vote for leaders? It's again coming down to Kenyans. When you take that 50 bob, when you take that 100, and again I understand, when you make it expensive to get a leader, you will always get leaders that can buy the seat. Can I repeat my statement? Yeah. When you make it expensive to make a leader, you will always get leaders that can buy a seat. So what happens to these young upcoming people that are good leaders, or even the elders that are 50, 60 years, but they are still good leaders, but the difference is that they don't have the money to, if you make it expensive, and that's why in Kenya we need to stop this narrative of charging our vote. We need to stop selling our vote so that we can be able to reduce the bad people that are coming into power. Because think about it that way. If he says that it's going to take you like 200 million to become ABCD, how many of us, 54% plus of Kenya lives under $1 a day, and yet that 54% is where good leaders are. How many of us can be able to afford that amount of money? Think about political parties. You're seeing how many political parties have become a business. You know that, right? If a young person, a millennial or a Gen Z or whatever age or even elderly, they come to your party, they hear that to be a governor is 10 million. And that's just a party nomination. To be a member of parliament is 5 million. I'm giving an example. Some of them is even, I know of stories where people have used 20 million. So I don't just speak things, it's just that I don't want to push it much. It should be free for someone to get a party nomination. But now people are using these platforms to siphon money, whereby you will see that this is the right candidate for running for this position, but this one is the one that brought me 5 million. Who will you take? You take the one that has brought you. So the problem again boils down to us Kenyans, that the reason why we have bad leaders is because we are the ones that charge. We take the people that can pay over the people that can oversee, people that can manage. These are the things that we've done with this technology. We are appealing again to the government, again under Article 81, Article 83. So what option are we left with? Article 1 of the Constitution. All sovereign power belongs to the people. The idea was now to go to the people so that the people can push for transparency. No one needs to die if we do the right thing. I tell you again, no one needs to die if we do the right thing. Again, I'm appealing, let us do the right thing. As the world is changing, let us change with the world so that we can be able to save our people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So technically, the system is put there to fail. Like deliberately, it's set to fail.
It's set to fail. It's set to fail because at the end of the day, you can imagine someone calling you, and it's not little money. I thank God for the life He has given me. It's not. That's not what I'm looking for. I mean, there is no reason. You think about where I came from. You know, I was just a minister of the gospel doing what I'm doing. What would stop me from doing what I'm doing to come and do this? But the question I want to ask, who will? The Bible makes a very important statement. It says, who will go for us? There has to be that one person. Instead of complaining on the shores there, what are you willing to do about the change you want to see? So in as much as you have people, you have cartels, because you can imagine the people that are importing ink. You know the ink to ink your finger to prove that you are voted. Imagine the paper importation, the papers we are using. So those cartels are the reason why they would not want, because there is someone that is just waiting. Every 5 years, they're going to make 5 billion. They're not going to make 10 billion. They're going to make 2 billion. Why? Because they are not willing to allow technology that can simplify time, save lives, save an economy, build a nation, build money, save money to be put on the platform. So they just are looking for ways to buy, to kill, rather than to buy, to use. And I'm not selling. Just think about it. It costed us a lot. We are not selling. We are giving it for free. Take it and use it. Do a by-election. Do concurrently with something. Believe what we are saying. But to sit there and assume that, who has ever used it? Don't speak that language here. I told you, a black skin doesn't mean a black mind.
So the Bible says that we have season for everything.
Yeah.
At first, we saw Kitambo, you started as a musician, then you became a pastor. Yes. So is this the season to take a political seat, or?
This is my point of view. I have been teaching about leadership and governance. That's what I'm, by the grace of God, with all humility, I'm graduating as. apart from theology and stuff like that. I knew that if I just come with a theological background, to the people, it's the best thing you can do because it gives you an overview of scripture. Of course, again, it depends on theological schools. There are some schools that they don't offer the kingdom, they just offer a teaching. But I knew that what we were coming to do, we needed to be more competitive. So to what we had, we needed to add more. And so my point of view is this. My thought will be to raise leaders that can be able to change the nation. My interest might not necessarily be this or that, me as John CW. My interest is, can we be able to raise leaders that can be able to see the economic point of view, that can be able to see Kenya from an economic point of view, a leadership point of view, governance point of view, tribeless point of view. So my thought is more of raising young people to occupy spaces and change their nations.
Okay.
Yeah, so last time you said that there is a president who is coming to arrest the former president. So people are wondering, who is that president?
All things work together for good. You know, it's like saying, if I go to school, I anticipate to pass exams, right? Right? So you know, if you go to school, one of the chances of you, and I'm not saying because some of us went to school and we still fail, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if you go to school, the first step to passing is that you have to be available. The thing I would want to see is a Kenya where no one escapes from justice. Because you can imagine, you have a Kenya where someone has. Did you see the young guy that was almost, was it arrested for life for a mistake that he didn't do? The one that came out the other day, I don't know, I can't remember his name. This is a young guy, something to do with, you go and check it out. Yes. I'm thinking to myself, how many people are in cell for such kind of reasons that we have not yet ascertained that they raped someone, which we don't know, they killed someone, which we don't know, and yet there are people outside that we know they stole. Do you get what I'm saying? Think about the leader that just came up the other day. You know, they say that I hope, because according to the EAC, I think they had not cleared the person for running for office, right? Because they had changed their name, and then there was something to do with money that belonged for money to I think to the hospital for something like that. How do you clear such a person? You get? Now, do you have proof? Yes. Do you realize the people who we have proof that they have destroyed our nation are looming around? And then the people that we are not sure are the ones in cell. Someone stole chicken, he's in the cell. Someone stole gas, is in the cell. But someone that steals 10 billion, 1 billion, 5 billion, 100 million, 1 million is never there. You steal right now chicken, you will be bothered. But you see the people that are supposed to be in cell are outside. So the reason I said that was this. I believe that no one is above the law. Not presidents, not governors, not kings, not whoever you are. Kenya is ruled, has a rule of law, and we must all follow. I'm looking forward to the day, and that day is coming, and I'm repeating again. And in order for you to do that, you can't fight what you're part of. If this system has fed you in any way, you can't fight it. And this is my appeal to Kenyans. In as much as we are looking for who we want to work with, these people are the same. They are projects of people. This one has put this one in power to protect them. This one has put this one in power to protect them. I'm repeating again. A leader is coming in this nation. You will return everything you stole. You believe what we say. This is not prophecy. Prophecy already has meat. This prophecy, this is not dry bones. This is it. That leader should not show partiality to any tribe. Not just people that have stolen. All these preachers that preach funny messages, liars on the pulpit, a leader is coming. Those places where we used to destroy people's lives, even churches, they will not escape it. Mosques, they will not escape it. Those people trying to use Sharia law or the Bible to misuse and take people to funny directions. Like, imagine the case of Shakahola. That's genocide. All the people responsible, everyone that took life, all the people from Kiamba, the people that killed, any policeman that shot people, Gen Zs that and millennials that died in June last year. And then you want us to forget? No. Akina Rex, all those people, their blood will not go unpunished. There is no way you can sit with your children in your home enjoying and then some mother somewhere is busy crying. There was a girl, I remember the other day, if you remember, she was doing homework and she was shot. Do you remember? What was her mistake? I'm trying to imagine a policeman shooting this way. What was the aim? The aim is to kill. A policeman is first supposed to scare. It's in shooting, if you know what you call the gun laws, or you know how you are trained in such kind of things, I will not say much. One of the things you need to understand is called de-escalation. Anytime you have a weapon, you de-escalate a situation before you allow the situation to get to a point where you need to use the weapon. So in order for me to see the way police behave on the street, they don't de-escalate the issue. Now again, you have young people that use opportunity like this to become hooligans, destroying people's businesses and things like that. All those things will come to an end. Kenya, will have nothing. You will not need to close your door. And I know people are saying, don't worry, at least some of us are dreaming. What are you doing with your brain? Some of us are dreaming. We are using our brain to dream something, and something that can be able to change the nation. That leader is coming. You will not, all those people that have married, whether your religion tells you, we don't care. You have married underage girls. All those places where they come, whether you are in any point of this nation, you wait. You will know that according to Kenya, you have to be 18 and no hiding in religion, no hiding in government, no hiding in power, no hiding in money. Because sometimes you find a president has come into power, specific company leaders come to see him, right? We understand these things. Then they come, they have to show allegiance. If you take that money they are giving you, what you're saying is, however they have been building their company, they should continue to do so. So if they have not been paying the people well, because you have taken $1 billion from this company and that company, you can't be able to do anything to them. It requires clean people. Let me say this last message to cartels. There are many of you that are using drugs to destroy our children. That president is coming. It will not be about an arrest. You will be killed for selling any drugs to our children, and especially underage. You are a murderer. You are a bad person to the society. You don't deserve to live, because how do you sell drugs to take your wife to Singapore, the one I had? How do you sell drugs to take your children to Dubai? What about those people? Don't they have parents? Their time is coming. All drug cartels. And I know people just say, anaongea tu, you just talk. Young people, we know your voices. This is not your realm. Some of us have come from far. We have come from far. We've seen it all. We might be young people in the mind, with the body, but we are very old in our minds. We know what Kenya is about. All cartels. We know the issues that are happening in court. I'm just answering your question broadly. And if you follow me, I'm the kind of person where my mouth does not go ahead. I don't speak fast then reason. I know what I'm saying. I'm not the person that just looks for opportunities to say things. You don't see me doing that. If I say something, you believe that thing will happen that way. I know that there are lawyers that go outside there, they sue the government. They do deals with governors and leaders to sue the government so that the government can pay them. Then behind the scene, they go and divide that money. Do you know that? Yeah. Don't worry. All those people that have taken government money, you will return it. If we find you have properties, we are taking them. And one of the things I was thinking is that that leader when they come, somewhere like KICC, Kenya has, if you go to Nakuru, you have State House Nakuru, right? Yes. There should be a very big room built of glass. A glass room. Anything we recover, title deeds, we throw it inside. We recover 10 billion, we throw it inside. Then we allow Kenyans every month to come and see what 1 billion means. People just talk about, some of these people that talk, I've never seen 100,000. Do you know what is 1 billion? Brother, do you know what 1 billion can do to the young people of this nation? Just one, not 10, one. Our time is coming. That person will build places. If we go to Nakuru and we have decided to take back what belongs to people, we throw everything that we are recovering there every month. Come and see what we have recovered. You go to Turkana, no one is escaping. All the people that have stolen from hospitals. Let me ask you a question. How demonic can you be to take money for drugs? Let me ask another question. A whole people, you hear that drugs came, and then we need billions to destroy the drugs. Does it even make sense? Before those drugs expired, what were you doing? You'd even rather give them for free. I know there is an issue in the health sector. where you have people going to hospital before you realize CG 3,000 consultation. That person is going to set a league whereby consultation beyond 500, for example, 50% goes to the government. Why are you overcharging consultation to people? Then they will do a business. Before you know, they'll come and tell you, go get this, go get that. Some of them are genuine, but some of them, they know very well you are not sick. But they will bring a certain thing. Before you know, they'll tell you to go to that particular chemist. Have you seen that?
Yes.
To buy specific, it can only be in that chemist. Then you realize the drug you wanted is an original. The generic one, which I understand sometimes, I have a brother that, suffered for a long time. I understand generic drugs and original drugs. They both work depending on how much you have. I can't fight in terms of generic. That's not my issue. My issue is that they tell you to go to a specific place because they have done a deal with the company. Do you people understand?
Yeah.
That if you sell this particular medicine, we'll give you a percentage. No chemist will survive that is doing that kind of business. Let's go to alcohol. And I know here is where people just speak. They don't want to understand things. I know in places like Dubai, I know there are places where they sell. I'm not crazy. I've traveled the world. I know several places that they do. But it's not as public as it is in Kenya. What business is a club doing opening at 6 a.m.? What business is an alcohol station doing opening at 10 a.m.? Our people should be productive in the workplace, right? Yeah. But they can't produce. Why? Because he drank in the night, in the morning he's removing lock. Wanasema tunatoa lock. Then he went and got, he builds, he gets like 1,200. Before he gets home, he has only 60 bob. He can't think about anything. And you can't blame those people. You blame also the people that are drinking. There will be no misuse of alcohol in this. We will clear all those systems. It's not that you can't do whatever you want to do. That's your own business. But we cannot be having men. Where are they getting the money? They don't work. Where are they getting the money? We will need to legalize what should be legal. We will need to agree as Kenyans. This is the right thing. This is the wrong thing. Let me come to you people. Hata nyinyi, I'm not sparing you. You people that are doing this great job. You know some of you lie. Government bloggers. We know you. Are you part of them?
No.
People that just create stories. Just do the right thing. You don't need to be paid to lie about people. Do the right thing, young people. Let me tell you. Let me ask a question. Is anyone among you here 30? 30 years?
Yeah.
Who?
Me.
You are 30. And above or 30?
30.
So you are 30. You are all young people. You are way younger than me. Let me ask you a question. I tell you the truth. You see this money you are running looking for. Look for it the right way. At some point, what you are doing will hit back at you. Just if you're getting 100 shillings, get it the right way. Don't go and start building things, taking 2,000 to spoil another person's name. One day that person will see your video. He can come and kill you. Because you are destroying. The Bible says a good name is better than rubies. Don't destroy people's names. Just take the right documentary. And I know this part you will not share. You see, even the way maybe you are pretending you are recording. Leave us alone. No. There has to be regulation when it comes to. There is no. Listen. However we are going to do it. Things like watching pornography. Things like CG people are in Lavington. They are adding their. Women are adding their breasts from people that are not even knowledgeable. TikTok people that now I see CG North, CG people, CG East. Have you seen them? CG, they are fighting with the West. That thing will not exist. TikTok will be used for the right thing. Facebook will be used for the right thing. People globally are making money. Speed came to Kenya the other day, right?
Yes.
Did he abuse people?
No.
Yeah.
Was he naked?
No.
Do you need to be naked to make money on TikTok?
No.
But we are creating a moralless generation that will take us nowhere, and especially young people. I know now you think you're doing something. Maybe one day you'll get a daughter. When that daughter becomes a prostitute, we will come and have this conversation. For now, you have nothing to lose. Some of us have children, and we cannot attempt to do specific things. Then you, ladies, when you are standing online and you are naked, do you think that you have a son that is watching you? The morals of this nation in simple English, they are going to return. There will be no those things. Kenya will go back to factory settings. Companies. I know in Nakuru there are companies that have shut down. I've heard of a certain company, an avocado company, that shut down simply because people came and put, he did not cooperate, then they put, what do you call it? They put a drug in the company. Then they went and came back and said that the company is using these drugs. We know all that. Companies will be revived. Anything that has been sold illegally, dear Kenyans, it will be returned. Who is this one talking? Who do you think he is? We have had many. You have not had me. I'm not, my name is not Many. Do you see me? My name is not John Many. My name is John CW. I'm not called Many. So I don't want to know who you have had. And I'm sorry. I understand that sometimes we put our hope in people. I understand even when sometimes I see some of you abusing us. I'm mature enough not to abuse you back. I understand, but I'm telling you, that time is coming where we're going to do clean politics. You will not be allowed to abuse people. Lastly, when it's a season of politics, there will be no politics until the last year. Because you can imagine by the second year, already someone is campaigning for the next term. Just imagine. When will you work for the people? We have a lot to say to our people, but I'm asking you, dear Kenyans, the season coming, just do the right thing. I want to come up, raise young leaders that can occupy these places, teach young leaders to occupy, because I know the season is coming, and God above all will be glorified.
Thank you.
I have a question. Talking about legal or about law, do you think sometimes the law takes too long to prosecute someone? Because, for instance, like the story of Shakahora, we're now like almost 3 years down the line. If I steal a chicken today, tomorrow I'll be in court, I'll be prosecuted, and I'm jailed for like 10, 15 years. But someone who killed or made people die, like tens or hundreds, is still in prison having the picky ponky about going to law. We know what happened, but the court,
even the court, you know, the purpose of the court is justice. The only thing the court is made to offer any nation is only justice. The court is not made to offer the nation money, contracts or anything. It's justice. And I know that there are several lawyers and judges and, you know, those people in the court, Supreme Court, High Court, all those courts that are doing a good job. But I equally know that we have cartels in the court system. You find a case, a land case from 1963, right? You know, some of these lawyers, they don't like those cases to finish. You know why? So that they can keep making money. We know all that system that is happening. I'm a Kenyan. I've been born in this nation. I know this nation inside out. I was a matatu driver. I was a matatu contractor. I drove lorries. I have been to many parts of this nation. Talk from Busia, coming down Eldama Ravine, coming down Eldoret, coming down the whole of Rift Valley, entering Nairobi, all the way to Meru. I've been to Garissa. I've done a lot in this nation. I understand this nation from the front to the back, and I can tell you, there are so many people that like that. They will not allow court issues to finish. The court cases that I'm saying, if we produce someone to you, oh judge, with all the facts and the evidence, this is the account, this is the money they stole, and you decide to bring a bond to a fact that is obvious, you and that person, you are going inside. There is no game anymore, because you find that some of these people in the court, in fact, one of the most corrupted places is the High Court. Because once I can pay you, do you know how many people have been paid to lie? How many people have been paid to say, he raped me, he didn't rape you? We have judges that are taking money. If the court lacks justice, we have no nation. The arm that can protect, you know, the 3 arms of government, the judiciary, the executive, and the... So the judiciary, the purpose of the judiciary is what? Justice. If there is no justice in Kenya, there is no Kenya. So any court issues, all land issues, all those people that have stolen land, we don't want to know who you are, which family you are. This time there is no Mutuetu. That thing has destroyed Kenya. Ati Mutuetu, our person what? Our person is not tribal. Our person is who is working. That time is coming when there will be all court cases will be cleared. All court cases will be cleared, so that it only takes 72 hours to prosecute a case and get done with it and change the nation.
Talking about that also, let's talk about IEBC. Do you think sometimes there's like just denying, because someone stole some millions, you know, you go to their offices, you take all the evidence, then when it comes to prosecution, the DCI, the DPP, they delay something, or they just close their eyes for some people. Do you think sometimes if you know someone somewhere, that maybe you get along with something?
Of course, it's Kenya. And I'm not here to say that these things will be done overnight, but they can be done. Let me tell you something. We keep saying that these arms are independent. You know, the police is an independent institution. They are not really independent. At the end of the day, they dance to the tune of specific individuals. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even if you find that the EACC, for example, what is his name? He's a pastor, right? Oginde, if I'm not wrong.
The former Anglican.
I don't know.
bishop.
I don't know if he's. No, he used to be. Anyway, you go and find out.
Okay.
Even if he means well, at the end of the day, even if the ESCC or that prosecutes people, the chain is too long. The power needs to solely be given to them. The power of the police solely be given to them. Because even the police system, you know, one of the reasons I like military, they have more discipline.
Yeah.
And part of the police that are especially destroying our nation is not necessarily the police that work in the night. It is these ones that are traffic police. The biggest corruption. Because you find an OCS somewhere just coming out and saying, today boss wants, and you know when you hear boss, either it's an OCPD or someone on the higher rank, boss wants this amount of money. Then all of a sudden you see they have come out gun blazing.
Yeah.
Arrest people for no reason. There will be no need for that. Any policeman found corrupt. But again, government, pay them well. You can't be paying a policeman 26,000 to protect a nation. I mean, you look at the way the police people, do you see the house they live in? Are they not iron sheet houses? Why would you live like that? And yet those are the people with guns and they are protecting the nation. These things from the beginning to the end, we will come cleaning them. I saw a parastatal with a Prado. Parastatals with a blue number plate, with the new Prado, 19 million, 17. What is a parastatal doing, having a Prado of that amount of money? What is a parastatal? What's the work of a parastatal? What is a president doing, having 100 cars escorting you? Who wants to kill you? Why do you hide from the people that, before you became president, you went to them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Who wants to kill you? It's because you know do you know how much money you spend when you are moving that way?
Yeah.
All protocol, what's the need? And then they will move that way and go to open a school of 2 million. Why not give the 10 million and not come? Don't come.
Yeah.
Give us that 10 million you used to move, and then don't come. Just speak from the YouTube and from TV and say, we built that school.
Yeah.
But it's foolishness to use 10 million to go and donate 2 million. Does it make mathematical sense?
No.
Maybe I have a problem. Or you guys, you think I have a problem? I'll check myself. I think maybe I have a problem. It doesn't make economical sense to me. All those things are about to change. Dear Kenyans,
Talking about economic.
it's a new Kenya.
Yeah. Talking about economical change, why do you think the government parastatals, they said to maybe the lowest, like for in case of Safaricom, they want to sell to a company in South Africa, but if they put it in the market, the broader market, they can get even much money or much higher profit than that company. But maybe, do you think maybe because someone somewhere wants to do with that company so that they can get maybe some kickback?
You see, I want to repeat, even by the time deals are brought on the newspaper,
Okay.
I hope you know they have already been given away. It's just that they follow what you call the due process, gazetted, but they already have given the contracts to other people. Listing of companies is very important on the main stock exchange, or rather the main platforms. Reason is because if you monopolize a system, for example Kenya Power, it's very difficult for them to reduce the amount of money they are using.
Yeah.
So this monopoly concept of someone has come and has told you, give me this deal and I'll be able to do it for you, you are not competitive. But if I come and say, for example, we want to sell Safaricom shares, fine, explain to Kenyans, why do you want to sell? Kenyans are not foolish. We want to sell this, get 1 billion or 5 billion, and then use this 5 billion to make, Kenyatta National Hospitals 10 more. Are you telling me Kenyans are foolish? They will not understand that. But the question is, who did you tell?
Okay.
Let's come back to the issue of the airport, which I shouted a lot, especially, by the way, I need to say this. Young people, Gen Zs and millennials, you found me in the battle. You go check. Go check when I started fighting against this thing. When I started speaking about leaders, why would you give Duale defense? Why would you give, there was a lady, I think, health. What do they know about health? You're supposed to put a qualified person in the health department that has the heart of people to explain health matters. Who knows if you lack medicine what it means as a doctor?
Yeah.
You're supposed to put someone that has knowledge of the border, that understand military issues, to tell you that this is what it means if you open borders to foreigners. You're supposed to put the right person in the education department, someone with knowledge of education. But when the government came into power, and this is where I went with loggerheads, they put friends. Now look where we are today. And I made this statement, I said, these ministries are gates over nations. Don't play with a gate. Because if that person accesses this gate, you have access to this compound, right?
Yeah.
So accord them contracts, give them contracts, we don't care. But when it comes to a gate, put people that have the knowledge. Put all tribes and put people. This mentality of saying, put 5 people from the mountain, put 10 people from Rift Valley, from where? We have, equally speaking, Maasais that are knowledgeable. We have Turkanas that are knowledgeable. Your government should be a broad government that can be able to accommodate all tribes. But when you look at this issue from that point of view, these are some of the issues affecting our nations, and we will need to address them. And I hope you have understood. A lot of work to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For my last question, we are in the next 1 year. Can you be going to elections? And they say,
More than 1 year.
Yeah, let's say, yeah, like 15 months. So they say, ukiona mwenzako amenyolewa, cha tia maji. We saw what happened in Uganda. We saw what happened in Tanzania.
As Uganda is a great nation, as far as Tanzania is a great nation, economically speaking, Kenya is ahead. The fact that Kenya is ahead, it means people are more exposed. I think 2024, Kenya did something that has never been done probably in Africa and many parts of the nation.
Yeah.
Kenya broke into parliament.
Yeah.
And I want our leaders to remember the word broke into. And again, because the young people are leaderless, and I see you going and say, we are leaderless, we are leaderless.
Yeah.
Even hell has a leader. Nothing is leaderless.
Yeah.
Even hell has a leader. And the reason, because you are leaderless, I understand. Because the people we trusted, you remember the young people we trusted, they were swallowed in other things that they were doing, most of them.
Yeah.
So I understand that sometimes it's very difficult to trust individuals. I get it. But at the end of the day, open your eyes and see not everyone is the same as you're thinking. Why have I said that? If you look at it from a Kenyan point of view, we are very broad in our understanding.
Yeah.
Kenya is not Tanzania, Kenya is not Uganda. Don't try that internet thing, because now I think that they might think that way.
Yeah.
Just allow it to go smoothly. Because the fact that they broke into, and this is why I was saying this for the young people. The young people are not, they don't like to be told, which I understand. But eventually, you must meet leaders that have the same point of view.
Yeah.
You broke into parliament, and then you went and started eating rice. How many kgs do you have now by that rice? Then those members of parliament were inside there, right?
Yeah,
what
sure.
would have been the best thing to do? You would have forced them to sign the bills you wanted. Bill number 1, if you are found corrupt, you are hanged. Saturday, KBC. The KBC is still there.
Yeah.
8:30 in the morning, publicly, so that we return fear to this nation. You would have told the the national speaker, put these bills, members of parliament come together, vote this, then it would have become law. You went and started eating rice. Someone was even coming out with a speaker's coat. Where did you go with the coat? Others were coming with the, what did you call it? The golden staff, the mace. You didn't know why you went there. Because those ministers were there. Don't kill them, don't beat them, don't destroy parliament. It's your money.
Yeah.
Don't burn buildings that you built with your own taxes.
Yeah.
This is what the young people should do. Young people, listen to me. I know you have energy, but there are many that others have wisdom. If you have energy without wisdom, it's like driving a car without knowing the direction. Direction is wisdom. Driving is the energy. Make sure you get wisdom. The Bible says, in all thy getting, get understanding.
Thank you.